Hello, everybody. Chris Hooks with the NCCU Sports Network as we go one-on-one with the defensive coordinator here at North Carolina Central, Granville Eastman. He's new to the staff under Jerry Mack. Coach, first of all, thanks for joining us. If you could just give us a little recap of how you think fall practice is going thus far.
First of all, thank you for the opportunity just to sit here and interview with you guys. So far, everything's been going pretty good. The emphasis has been to get in as much of our package as we possibly can. For the simple fact that during the season, there's going to be some kind of recall, pulling out certain packages, certain defenses. So we want to introduce some new things. But hopefully towards the latter part of fall camp here, we'll go back and just primarily focus on our base packages.
For a lot of people that may not know, we're switching from what was a 3-4 now to a 4-2-5, 4-3 look. Kind of explain maybe some differences that fans should look for once they see the Eagles hit the gridiron.
Well, I mean, I certainly understand why we were in a 3-4 defense last year. Coach Mack wanted us to come in and carefully evaluate our personnel, what we have. We just thought there were some guys that could be utilized in a different way that could be more beneficial to our approach, our purposes on defense. And nickel secondary today, with the advent of so many spread teams and things like that, you kind of want to make that your base because the adjustments are easier. You can practice it. In years past, there were the special situations. Now that's the norm. And playing heavier personnel is kind of like the special situation. So we want to be more prepared for that.
I think the one headline as far as some people having to switch over is Ty Brown moving to the defensive line. It really seems like he's, A, taking it head on and certainly had a great attitude about it. But, B, I think he's looked pretty good with his hand in the dirt, even though we don't have dirt here.
Yeah, he's certainly one of our more impactful defensive players. I think he's a special kind of guy on this level. Definitely a difference maker. And that's one of the careful evaluations we did. Didn't see a whole lot of merit in him dropping as opposed to rushing. Now, we will do different things with him at times. So, it won't be uncommon during games to see him maybe playing coverage some. But I think, his high-end side for us is when he's rushing the quarterback.
You're in charge of the safeties, so you're getting to see one of the more experienced groups in the defense, corners and safeties. I mean, you got some good ones, Ryan Smith and C.J. Moore, certainly two of the main cogs. I mean, talk about them and how they're looking thus far.
Well, C.J. really brings a calming to the secondary, certainly a leadership quality. He's a very cerebral young man, very athletic for a bigger kid. And myself personally, I lean on him to make checks and get those guys lined up. So working with him has been great. Ryan Smith is I think he's a freak. I think he's a different type of athlete. I think he's barely scratched the surface of what he's capable of. And once he gets a good idea on what we're trying to do, I expect big things from him.
Defensive line, we talked about Ty Brown. Felix Small on the other side has certainly, gotten a lot of praise in the preseason from some folks. A lot to look for from him. Is there anyone else that we're missing that maybe the Eagle fans should look out for?
Well, I think Josh Wade and Jordan Miles are two guys on our defensive squad that have really stepped things up. Just going back from spring to where we are right now, you can see that they've put in some work in the offseason, and I think that, Jordan, we're going to count on his leadership there in the middle. He does a great job of commanding the defense. He knows what we're trying to do. And Mike Jones, and I think Mike Jones, I heard and read a little bit about him last year. I think that's another super talented kid. The things he can do as a cornerback on the outside will give us more flexibility probably than what we initially thought we'd have.
So fans should pretty much look for more of attacking defense. I know Coach Mack talked about that. He's talked about that since day one back in December, that we're going to attack. Is that what fans should see come August 30th?
Absolutely. We're going to be aggressive at all times. We don't always have to bring pressure to be aggressive. That's not our mentality. However, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to be aggressive on routes. We're going to be aggressive in the middle end and certainly aggressive in the front end, trying to play in the other people's backfield and make things happen.
Let's go off the field, maybe personally for you. Kind of tell the Eagle fans a little bit about yourself that because you don't get really a chance to talk to them too much just yet, but just kind of, give us a little bit of insight on Coach Eastman here.
Well, I bring to the table some 16 to 18 years of college coaching experience, the NCAA level. Had a few stops. Most recently, 10 wonderful years at Austin Peay. My family currently still resides there. My wife, Lynette, I've been happily married with her going on 6 years now. We have two boys, Brandon and JR, 15 and one soon to be 14, respectively. We're just kind of waiting for both of them to get in high school. The youngest one is finishing up his middle school years, and they'll transition over here. Really just love the game of football, love mentoring young men, and they keep me young at heart. So I feel real blessed to have the opportunity. I'm grateful to NCCU for allowing me to coach and be in this position, and grateful to Jerry Mack for really taking the chance on me and giving me the opportunity in that regards too. So I'm accessible, and I love the game. And fans, you know what? We want to show you guys a good time and make you real proud of our defense.
Well, I hope that's the case, Coach Eastman. We certainly appreciate the time. Best of luck. Look forward to catching up with you throughout the season.
You got it. Thank you very much.
This has been an exclusive presentation of the NCCU Sports Network.